Dan Willis here, and we're talking about how to dispute your credit report. So there are a few ways to dispute your credit report. You can send in a physical dispute letter. You can do it online. You can also do it with a toll-free phone number. So we strongly suggest you use a dispute letter. In this letter, you must include your name, the item you're disputing, the reason you're filing your dispute, and any other related or supporting documents and information. Once the credit bureaus get your dispute and deem it valid, then they will investigate. They will contact the lender and ask the lender to verify your account, the information they reported to that credit bureau, the amounts on that account, and the dates on it. If the lender is unable to verify the account with the credit bureau, then the credit bureaus must remove that item from your credit report. Removing bad credit is one of the most effective methods to fix a low credit score. When you do this, you are clearing the negative information from your payment history. When your FICO score is calculated, it will look at your payment history and weighs this as one of the most important factors in computing your 3-digit credit score. It is important to be paying your current bills on time to help with creating a positive payment. Unfortunately, removing bad credit isn't as easy as just writing a letter. Typically, you'll get a response from the credit bureaus that ask you to send in more information before they will deem your dispute valid and conduct an investigation. This, unfortunately, is nothing more than an operating procedure for the credit bureaus and their method to respond to consumer disputes. We need to look briefly at our credit system to understand why this is and why the credit bureaus would be hesitant to remove an inaccurate listing from your credit report. After all, this is a really important piece of information about you. First and foremost, the credit bureaus are for-profit business. They earn profits just like your local grocery store, except their profits are in the billions of dollars every year. With this large of an industry, the credit bureaus have influenced Washington. And one big misconception is many folks believe the credit bureaus are part of the government and some government agencies. They are not. They are businesses, just like your local grocery store and gas station. The Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA, was passed many years ago, and this piece of legislation gives you the right to dispute items on your credit reports. This law is also what says an item cannot remain on your credit report for any longer than 7 years. And if you actually read this law, there's nothing said about the minimum amount of time an item has to stay on your credit report. In other words, it is completely legal to remove bad credit without waiting 7 years. You should challenge any questionable information that is on your credit report. While this law gives you the right to challenge and dispute an item, it has been watered down by our politicians and big business influence. The credit bureaus have influenced Washington enough that now the credit bureaus get to decide if your dispute is valid or invalid before they investigate. We assume this is a result of lobbyists and politicians because if you take one look at the credit bureau's history, they would be the last people you would put in charge to decide if they should investigate a consumer dispute. Just look at the history of the credit bureaus. They've been fined over and over and over again by the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, for not following regulations. The most notorious instance of this violation was when all 3 of the credit bureaus were required to open 1-800 hotline phone numbers to call in and handle consumer disputes, but the credit bureaus didn't bother to put anybody there to answer the phones. Collectively, all 3 credit bureaus were fined. It was unbelievable. To add to this, the credit bureaus have no financial incentive to ensure that your credit report is accurate. There's no profit. There's no revenue that comes that way. They make the lion's share of their money when they sell the information they have collected about you to lenders, regardless of the accuracy. It can be very discouraging trying to deal with these guys, so please don't just live with bad credit, though. That's the big one giant mistake you can make, and that's what the credit bureaus are hoping you do. That's why they are so difficult to get to do anything, is because they want you to just live with it, because that way that'll give them more profits. This is Dan Willis. If you'd like to know some more about how to dispute your credit report or get a copy of a dispute letter, please visit our website, link in the description below, for some more. We currently have a free report where we're giving away the 7 super simple steps to clean credit. Please like this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please have a fantastic afternoon and looking forward to talking to you again soon.